All right, how we doing, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Cast Me Outside with Aaron Scholl. I'm your host, Aaron Scholl. Today's date is February 3rd, 2025. Let that hang there. We'll let the old intro for the month of January just fade. It was a bad joke. It made me laugh. I said it every day for an entire month. If you didn't laugh once or get it, then there's probably a couple different points of failure of you receiving that joke. There's either one point of failure at the delivery, or two, a point of failure at reception. So here I am, letting a joke die. Kill your babies. That's what they say. And you know who said that? The founder of Planned Parenthood. No, that's not true. That's an old writing adage. You know, you narcissistic writers, you think every word you crap out is freaking gold and should get you a Pulitzer Prize, but no. That first draft was shit, and I'm sorry to be the one to tell you. But someone's got to do it. I broke the first rule of podcast, which is drink a cup of water before you podcast. No, I wanted to be a fucking degenerate before I podcasted, and now I'm just podcasting and hoping for the best. Saw an interesting headline today. The headline, it was actually kind of scary. It said, "You now have an attention span shorter than a goldfish." And I don't know how true this is, but they say goldfish have 8-second attention spans. Oh my God, I really need that water, dude. Coffee will have to do. Give me a second, homies. I don't know, so many stupid thoughts going through my head. I'm like, I shouldn't like be drinking. Whatever, it's so dumb. Goldfish and attention spans. So they say goldfish have an attention span of 8 seconds, and people now have an average attention span of 7 seconds. But I'd say quality over quantity. Because if that 8 seconds is paying attention, it doesn't make any sense. And it's its lack of sense is veering me off the course where I want to take this point. The point was kind of how the headline was written. The headline was written like, "You now have an attention span shorter than a goldfish." Like it was some sort of spell or hypnotic command. And then that kind of had me spiral into headlines and what they're really doing to us, and reading all these little headlines. Like, is it hypnosis? Do they use headlines to fill our heads? Because that's really what social media is you open up the app, and then there's all these little texts of people asking shitty questions, people trying to be relatively funny. And it's just filling your dumb little head up with stuff. But maybe your head would have been better off empty than snarky things some guy on Twitter thought and then reposted to Instagram. And you know, maybe you would have been better off not being diminished below a goldfish. Something that you win for 25 cents. So, a pet that's really just food for bigger pets. Like you don't even have the attention span of a parrot or like a Pomeranian. You have an attention span of a goldfish. And I know what type of goldfish you are, a beta fish. Come fucking fight me in the comments, bros. Even though we got one new subscriber, whoop whoop whoop. It's a fucking slog fest out here. on the social media world. But whatever. I kind of do want to. I think I said my point with the headlines, and the point is that it feels like a hypnotic command. These headlines aren't your friends. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Because I'm obviously not the one to be learned from. I'm not setting an example here by any means. I'm just a fucking jackwad on the internet trying to get a little bit of leverage so he doesn't have to go to his shitty, soul-crushing, monotonous job and can goddamn live a life and have a fucking family and some goddamn meaning. What I'm saying is I'm a desperate man. This is what my desperation has led me to. Entertaining 15 people for an average of 2 minutes. Yeah, welcome back to another episode of Cast Me Outside. I think I broke all of my rules of podcasting in the first 5 minutes, so no rules today. Complete anarchy. Sentences don't have to stop. Your mouth can be a big garbled junk of snaps and pops and slurps because daddy ain't home and daddy ain't ever coming home and the fucking inmates run the asylum. Okay, cool. Nice little glimpse into my madness right there. Just fucking ripping off the Band-Aid, running your mouth, yappity yap. Oh yeah, dude, the fucking creepy headlines. I want to just say you have more of an attention span than a goldfish. You're better than a goldfish. Don't let fucking clickbait blog website make you feel like a big dummy because you didn't have enough attention span to read past the demoralizing headline. But okay, what's up? I'm back. It's Monday. Went to work, obviously. You can tell by my diatribe about how meaningless my existence is. But hey, I was tired before. That coffee must have kicked in. I'm feeling pretty good now. I got something to fidget with too. So, let's talk about a book I listened to this weekend called King, Magician, Warrior, Lover. That's probably not in the right order. But they're basically all the positive male archetypes. Or they're more of the mature masculine archetypes. And there's a book about it. And really interesting. And, you know, masculinity and society. Big topic of conversation. A lot of people get captured in the be a man rhetoric that gets thrown around. And honestly, yeah, I think if you're a man, being a man is something good to strive for. And this idea of like, you have to grow up. Sorry, that's so stupid. But this idea of like getting initiated into manhood. And that's usually what a lot of people say. That's like a lot of people's final analysis is there's not enough initiations into manhood for men. So they're kind of stuck trying to get themselves into manhood. And it doesn't really work out right. And, you know, each archetype has its positive and its negative. And each archetype kind of has a boy version. I don't know. It was a short book. It was like in 3 hours on YouTube. If you're a man and into like the subconscious and psychology and Jung, I think it's probably it's an interesting read. It's worth listening to. But yeah, the need to be initiated I don't know if I've felt that need. I mean, I've heard that idea before, and I kind of took it at face value. And honestly, when I was training for the marathon, I was like, okay, this will kind of be my initiation, like running this marathon. Yeah, I only listened to the book once. It hasn't become like a hyper focused thing, so I can't like really go into it. But I'm pretty intrigued by this idea that these archetypes are in you. They're part of your personality, they're part of your subconscious. I don't know exactly how it's explained. But what's really interesting is that there's ways to like interact with them and integrate them healthily. And I wish I had the focus to. At the end of the book they talk about some exercises you could do to like get in touch with, I guess, your psyche and your subconscious and kind of suss out maybe where you're misbalanced. It's all really interesting. Maybe I'll do like a little ChatGPT episode where I talk to ChatGPT about it, and then I come back and I can give you guys like a rough little, just read the bullet points to you, give you a little synopsis. But yeah, if you're trying to unravel the mystery of yourself and maybe your manhood, King, Warrior, Magician, Lover, if you type that in, you'll probably find that book. I'm sure I think having a framework for different personality types is huge. But yeah, I listened to that today. I listened to a couple like dating podcasts. The one actually had a really good point that I vibe with. I vibe with like a lot of the woo woo energy bits that people come up with when they ring true. And his kind of practice was like, if you see someone doing better than you and you want to shit on them, like that's like kind of your subconscious way of villainizing this like thing that you should probably be admiring. And like, yeah, like maybe you're envious of them and you want what they have, and that results in you shitting on them, but you shitting on them kind of reinforces maybe your subconscious belief that you don't deserve that, or the people who get that type of success got so by being a bad person immorally. So he was like, if you see yourself, talking down to people in your head who are doing better than you or who are at a place where maybe you'd want to be in the future, that's actually a bad strategy, that you should send them good vibes. And like he said, give them blessings. Yeah, he said that you should just give them blessings. And I thought that was a good, positive mindset to have when it comes to looking up to people. Matt McCusker had this really interesting story, and he was and it was about his internal dialogue, and he was talking about how he would just go around and just kind of have a chip on his shoulder towards everybody, and it'd make him feel shitty. And then one day he kind of caught himself doing that and flipped it on its head. He's like, okay, what if I just sent positive thoughts to everyone who walked by? Like, how would that affect me? And he said it made everything so much easier. It made like him interacting in the world so much more positive. Which it's like a simple and a powerful story about like how much you dictate what's going on in your head. Like, are you gonna get mad at everything? Are you gonna just try and send some love? You're gonna live in your little crab in the bucket mindset where you just have thoughts of, I guess, you trying to keep other people down. I don't know, but it's really just you continually keep pulling yourself down. I don't know if the crab in the bucket analogy really works well there. But okay, we rambled a good bit. Headlines. Magician, warrior, king, lover, blah, 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 blah. Archetypes, interesting. Masculinity, deep dive. Might be worth your time. Relaxation is also on my cue card of things to talk about. I just want to talk about relaxation because it eludes me. I want it to be a part of my life. I think I just want the weight lifted. But it's something that I'm going to try and strive for at the end of the day. Because some deliberate relaxation. Instead of just, oh, I have to get ready for bed. Oh, I have to do my one kind of bedtime ritual. Oh, okay, now I'm in bed. Now what am I doing? Just staring at shit until I get so tired that I'm like, okay, I better go to bed. So relaxation, and this idea that relaxation is kind of the beginning of synthesis. I don't know if that's quite right. I think maybe the idea is that relaxation allows communication from your conscious mind to your from your conscious to your unconscious, or the other way around, from your unconscious to your conscious, so that you can get answers to these ideas that you're just a little bit too tense to let flow through you, and then once you relax, you actually can get the answers. I think that's basically what Josh Waitskin, who I talked about a lot last week, I think that's basically his idea. He seems to be really into focusing and giving it your all and being very smart and being very deliberate to get like the maximum amount of learning in the shortest amount of time, but then also like letting it go. He talks about having like a question. Having a question of the day, most important question. I forgot exactly what he has, a kind of catchy phrase for it. And the exercise, I think, is to kind of have this most important question, kind of constantly be refreshing it, but kind of formulate it, kind of ask it to yourself, and then relax. And go through a night's sleep, go through an evening, and then when you wake up, listen to your internal dialogue or whatever, and see if you answered that question like subconsciously. Ooh, I think I just stopped my recording, but I noticed it. But I think a lot of the trick is not getting bombarded by shit, like the shitty headline. Like you open up your phone, you just get bombarded with shit, and I don't know. It's sad. I weep for the state of my mind and everyone else's mind. But let's get into advice. You have been rambling. I think I did about 15, 17 minutes there. Let's get into advice. My roommate blocked my car and just left. What do I do? I'm in college at school and this is going to be a rough one, guys. This is a big one, too. I'm in college at a school that is in the middle of nowhere. If you live off campus, you need a car to get anywhere. I live with 4 other girls, and before we all moved in together, we weren't like super close, but all had mutual friends and knew each other. I thought everyone was totally chill. Little did I know that was not the case. One of them is like my good friend, and thank God, because I wouldn't have been able to get through it without someone else to bear witness. Okay, let's see. Who would have thought? You put 4 20-something-year-old girls in a house, mix college in with it. People are going to, get a little ornery. People are going to get a little catty, dare I say. Are the claws coming out? Because I ain't no scratching post. You best put them claws away. Meow. All right, please. Please help me get away from this bit. If I can even call it that. Anyway, I'm not close with 3 of them, but particularly one of them, I'll call her Stacy. Stacy has just been a constant disrespectful roommate, blasting music extremely loud until 4 a.m. when I mentioned I have early morning classes multiple times, hoarding my cups in their room under their bed to the point where I had none of my mugs that I brought, and I had no idea where they are. Yeah. She's not an English major, folks, and neither am I, so... She's stealing your mugs? Now. Oh, I'm a big mug guy. I got a great mug collection. And I get a little bit of joy when I sip out of a funny mug. I love the Far Side Larson. And my dang little nephew and my dang parents. They let them crawl into my room and there's some mugs on the floor. And I look at them and 2 of them are chipped. I wonder what little guy went in there and did that. It was probably him. It is kind of nice to have a scapegoat, though. When I was sick, I was like, oh, my nephew. Daycare. He brought it. I don't know. People need their stories. And in my mind, I'm kind of just like, can't I just tell you the facts? No, you got to tell them a little story. You got to say the word because, so they have a reason in their head. Because you're leaving open loops. But whatever. Let's get back to this advice. Sorry, my tone of voice was really weird there. She's stealing your goddamn mugs. My mugs are chipped. I'm going to have to just close the door and put a no Henry sign on it. All right. Obviously, you can tell I'm mean mugging. But yeah, dude, you want to use your shit, and she just thinks it's okay to put it under her bed. Yeah, there is a monster under your bed, and it's the monster of fucking common courtesy. Damn it, that was so bad. There is a monster under your bed, and it's a one-eyed, moldy mug monster. All right, maybe half a point for alliteration. Yeah, where are my fucking mugs? You loud, obnoxious woman. Okay. Throwing a party and never even mentioning it? Leaving their rolls of hair that get stuck in the drain, but not actually throwing it away, just leaving it there? And constantly accusing me of stealing their alcohol when they just get very drunk and drink it all themselves, and then the next morning they blame me, and there's so much more. Well, you guys need to have a little intervention, a little roommate intervention. And say, listen, she won't touch your booze, you don't touch her mugs, and keep the goddamn music down. Yeah, well, she's a party girl. She's a party girl. Just let her party. No, she's like a college party girl. And that would be very annoying to live with. These people who drink too much and are fucking young and full of energy. No. If you're going to drink too much, be old and sit in your chair and waste away. Don't be fucking getting all active and fucking shit up because you're drunk. Okay. Whatever. Well, today she had her breaking point. Today I had my breaking point. And I have no idea what to do. We have a driveway that you have to park cars deep and you can't get out unless those cars move. I was doing homework for a couple hours, and I go downstairs to head out and go grocery shopping. My car is parked in the driveway, and Stacy's car is parked behind it. I go upstairs to knock on Stacy's door to ask if she can move her car. No answer, so I go downstairs and talk to my other roommates, and I ask them where Stacy went. She says that Stacy left on a trip to visit her friend at another college, so I think to myself, okay, I'll just move her car. Where are her keys? I call up Stacy and say, where are your keys? I need to move your car. And fully just says straight up, I have my keys. I'm sorry, LOL. Dude. She sucks. I was going to say like worse things, but that does the amount of shit talking. What's the punishment? Meet the crime? Is that is that the phrase? Fit the crime. Does it fit the crime? Couldn't even think of that. What's going on, Aaron? Yeah, dude. She's pissed. I hung up and I texted her when she's getting home, and she literally just texted me saying she won't be home until Friday. I literally have classes. I literally have work. What the fuck? She says she can't turn back because her friends are driving. They're a couple of hours away now. I'm fuming. What do I do? Oh my god, she's still driving there? Yeah, dude. You fucking... Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully the other people have cars that you can drive. We gotta get her shit towed. Can we get it towed? And she has to pay for the tow truck and the parking. Can we do that? That'd be sick. I would like that. Can we like pop a can of shaving cream in there? That used to be a thing people did, right? Can we sticky note it? Come on, there's so many good car pranks. Can we put a potato in the exhaust pipe? Can we? I would like to do that. Because she sucks. I don't know what to tell you. I think your friends will help you get to class, etc. There's probably a shitty bus. Even in these middle of nowhere college towns, there usually is a shitty bus. You gotta fucking intervention this chick. Can we be mean to her somehow? Can we sleep with her crush? Can we just do that? How about you just use your body to get back at someone? I think that's a healthy reaction. I'm in a bit of a mood today. But yeah, those are my thoughts. She just hits you with the I'm sorry, LOL, and she's like, she fucked up so much. Because she's not going to even ask the friends to go back. Of course they're going to be pissed, but it's like, hey, friends, you have to pay the price for your really stupid, inconsiderate friend and drive back now. So, sorry. Yeah. Download Uber. I don't know. I'm sure your other roommates will help you. It sucks. Okay, this is not me very entertaining. Shit. Whatever, guys. Okay. I guess I did my time. I said my piece. Can we get her expelled? You should become valedictorian and then talk shit on graduation. Use your entire valedictorian speech to talk shit. Don't you love it when advice is suitable for multiple scenarios? Just fucking love it. Brings a smile to my face. But okay, guys, February, new month. Didn't drink at all last month. Still haven't drank. Pretty good. Feeling pretty good about that. Don't know what to do about my horrible work situation. I think I kind of have mentally picked my last day. And it's plenty of months away. So it's not like a hastily, emotionally made decision. It's a decision that I brooded on and stewed in, and it feels right. I think listening to that book about like masculinity, it's like I need to get out of where I am. I have saved up enough. I have enough resources. Just go be poor somewhere with a little bit more opportunity than be comfortable and at home and wasting away. So, big things are going to happen this year. Super excited for it. Don't let the headlines seep into your brain, man. Protect your brain. But I'll see you guys all tomorrow. That's it for today's episode of Cast Me Outside. It's been a lot of fun, but we're done. Gotta run. Thank you this time for your time. And until next time, keep on living and loving. Peace.